Welcome to ISL Enabled Virtual Lab of CSIR.
Hi everyone. I'm Utsuka.
I'm Jigyasa.
And you are listening to India Asks Why Season 3, supported by India Bioscience Extension Grant.
At India Asks Why, we love to chase our curious science questions.
This season, listeners from across schools are joining us on our curiosity chasing endeavor. So let's get started, shall we? We humans, or most animals, have something special that the plants don't have. We can move from one place to the other. But can you imagine what would happen if one was to lose their ability to move? This is what one of our curious listeners from DPS Sikandarabad wondered about. Human paralysis. Join Utsuka and Jigyasa as they chat with Myra and Kanishka about the different reasons for paralysis. They also spoke to Dr. Shiba Vasu, a brain scientist who specializes in movements. She explains how she uses flies to study movements in the lab. They also spoke to Dr. Vasu about her motivations and inspirations for making such an interesting career choice.
The other day, we were learning the differences between plants and animals.
Oh, what was the most striking difference to you?
The fact that we, animals, can move and plants can't.
In general, yes, this is such a fundamental difference. I can't imagine a life where I won't be able to move anymore.
Totally. But there are conditions when this can happen?
What do you mean? Conditions where one can't move?
Yes, it's called paralysis. The body is paralyzed, which means you can't move anymore.
This sounds devastating. I feel sorry for anyone who has to go through this.
Definitely, it is a devastating condition. But have you wondered why some people get paralyzed?
This is such a vast question. There are multiple reasons for paralysis.
Let's discuss everything.
What exactly is paralysis?
I'm glad you asked. Paralysis is the inability to move the muscles of the body. Meaning, even if you want to move your hand or leg, you aren't able to. This condition is called paralysis.
Meaning, I want to move it, and in my brain, I have the will to move it. But when I try to move, it doesn't work.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it together. Now, can you tell me which of the two organ systems are involved in this process of moving your hands and legs?
Yes, Jigyasa, I can try. Since there is thinking involved, there is the brain, which means the nervous system.
Since there is a movement involved, there is the muscle, which means the muscular or the skeletal system.
Perfect answers from both of you. The nervous system and the muscular system. Now, paralysis can happen due to something going wrong in either of the systems. And there are a plethora of reasons for this to happen. Can you take a few guesses on what these reasons could be?
Yes. Accidents, brain cancers,
Brain diseases like Parkinson's?
maybe some weird foods.
Can paralysis happen suddenly, out of the blue?
Oh, wow. Great reasons. You both are such critical thinkers, Kanishka and Myra. So let's hear our scientist on call, Dr. Shiba Vasu. She also gave us a very nice analogy between the reasons for paralysis and fever.
So first thing I wanted to say is that paralysis itself is for multiple reasons. So it's true at the final readout you may have a fever, but fever happens for various very different reasons. In the same way it is with paralysis, because that's what a lack of movement in the overt sense, right? Muscular movement is what is lost.
So, as Dr. Vasu said, paralysis can happen when muscular movement is lost. And you both pointed out that muscle movements need the nervous system.
What are the different reasons that could stop the nervous system from working, Jigyasa?
Very good question. So, if let's say an accident or cancer affects the spinal cord or the brain, one may lose the ability to send messages to their muscles. Or in case of a stroke in the brain, which usually comes all of a sudden due to many existing complications, this can stop a part of the brain from functioning for a period of time, and that also leads to paralysis.
Interesting. So many reasons could affect something so important.
Gyasa, you told us the different reasons that could stop the nervous system from working. Now tell us what could stop the muscle from working.
Yes, again. So, if the muscles get heavily injured in an accident, then even though the brain is sending messages to the muscles, it won't work. And there could be several ways accidents could occur.
So, it turns out there are really an unlimited number of causes of paralysis.
Dr. Vasu said, it is like a fever. There is usually not one reason for fever, but many, because fever is not a disease itself. It is the outcome of a disease.
Yes, you're very correct. Paralysis is the outcome of something that went wrong either in the nervous system or the muscular system. Or,
Or what, Jigyasa?
Is there a third system involved?
yes, or it could be the junction of the two systems called the neuromuscular junction.
This sounds interesting. The word junction reminds me of a railway station.
Yes, that's actually a good analogy, Kanishka. The neuromuscular junction is the place where there is a connection between two modes of transport. For example, let's say when you want to get a parcel from another city to your house, the parcel first crosses the big distance by train to enter your city. And then to get closer to your house, it comes by a truck. So there is a junction where the truck and the train meet. Same way, there is a junction where the neurons and the muscles in your body meet for you to make movements.
So if something goes wrong at the meeting place of train and the truck, the parcel will never reach me.
Exactly.
Same way in our body. If something goes wrong in a neuromuscular junction, the signal to move will never reach the muscle, leading to paralysis.
I have so many more questions about paralysis, how it's diagnosed, how it is studied. So many.
Then let's talk to Dr. Shiba Vasu.
And now it's time to ask a scientist.